Good evening, teachers. Good evening, classmates. My topic is about Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp. I would like to tell you the story about Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, known as the Lady with the Lamp, was a British nurse, social performer, and statistician, best known as the founder of modern nursing. She was born on May 12, 1820, in Florence, Italy, to Frances and William Shore Nightingale. She was the younger of two children. Nightingale, a fluent British family, belonged to elite social circles. Her mother, Frances, hailed from a family of merchants and took pride in socializing with people of prominent social standing. Despite of her mother's interest in social climbing, she preferred to avoid being the center of attention whenever possible. As much as possible, she viewed her mother as overly controlling. Still, like many other daughters, she was eager to please her mother. Florence wrote in her own defense concerning the mother-daughter relationship. As I have said, she is a founder of modern nursing, the first nursing theorist, also known as the Lady with the Lamp. She explained her environmental theory in her famous book, Notes on Nursing, what it is, what it is not. She was the first to propose nursing required specific education and training. Her contribution during Crimean War is well known. She was a statistician, as I've said a while ago, she was a statistician using bar and pie charts highlighting key points. Her favorite subjects before is mathematics. She is good in mathematics, that's why he is very well known as a statistician. In 1850, Nightingale returned to London where she took a nursing job in a Middlesex hospital for ailing governesses. The employer was so impressed by her performance, that's why Nightingale was promoted to superintendent within just a year of being hired. And then in 1853 of October, the British Empire was at war against the Russian Empire. It is so-called the Crimean War broke out. Thousands of soldiers were sent to Black Sea, where supplies quickly dwindled. By 1854, no fewer than 18,000 soldiers had been admitted into military hospitals. At the time, there were no female nurses stationed at hospitals in the Crimea. Their situation there, they were lack of sufficient medical attention due to hospitals being horribly understaffed and languishly by apparently unsanitary and inhumane conditions. As they have seen that if you can imagine the place in the hospital, they are crowded. There's no sufficient supplies. There's no beds. There's no lack of beds, lack of facilities. So as Nightingale see the environment of the area is so it is dirty and it is rats. There's a rat and rockets that are running around. The area is, if you can imagine the area is so unsanitary. So in 1854, Nightingale rose her calling. She was sent to Crimea and organized corps of nurses to tend to the sick and fallen soldiers. So that was the time when Nightingale served as a nurse in a Crimea. At Crimea. So in the hospital of the military hospital. She procured by going there, she procured scrub brushes and asked the last patients to scrub the inside of the hospital from floor to ceiling. So Nightingale herself spent every walking every uh, every minute walking around caring for the patients, for caring for the soldiers. In in the evening, she moved through the dark hallways carrying a lamp while while making her rounds, ministering the patient after patients. The soldiers, who were both moved and comforted by her endless supply of compassion, took to calling her the lady with the lamp. That's why she was boasted to by the lady with the lamp. That every time she make a rounds, she is bringing with her the lamp in her hand at night. So, in addition to that, others simply called her the angel of the Crimea. Her work reduced the hospital's death rate by two-thirds. In addition to vastly improving the sanitary conditions of the hospital, Nightingale created a number of patient services that contributed to improving the quality of their hospital stay. When the Crimean conflict was resolved, she returned to her childhood home at Leyahurst. She was surprised when she was met by a hero's welcome. That's why she was called the Crimean heroine. She is an international nurse. And that's why there we have International Nurses Day every 12th of May. It was observed in respect to her contribution to nursing. Then she died on August 13, 1910. The modern nursing theory is developed by her environmental theory of nursing. It focuses on taking care of the patient's environment in order to reach health goals and cure illness, to alter the patient's environment in order to affect change on his or her health. The environmental factors that affect the health are fresh air, pure water, sufficient food supplies, efficient drainage, cleanliness of the patient and environment, the light, particularly direct sunlight. As you have seen, the Nightingale, as we can imagine, no, the Nightingale developed the cleanliness of the environment for the sick patient. The, her assumptions are natural law, mankind can achieve perfection, nursing is a calling, nursing is an art and science, nursing is achieved through environmental alteration. Nursing requires a specific educational base. Nursing is distinct and separate from medicine. According to the story, Nightingale is talking to the patient every time when they're going around the patients. She is talking to them, giving them hope, and advise them for the personal needs, for the personal health, what they're going to do, what is right and what is not. Then the nursing is distinct and separate from medicine. That's because the deeds of the nursing is different for nursing care. The deeds of the nursing care is different to the medicine care. The Lady with the Lamp have 10 major concepts. This is Nightingale carrying a lamp, and this is this is how she do to the patient. She is talking, observing the patient. The 10 major concepts are ventilation and warming. She will see to it that the area is ventilated and warm. The light and no, she consider that that there is light and there will be no noise for the patient to give them a comfort and make them give them rest, give rest and comfortable sleep. Cleanliness of the area, the room and walls. They are scrubbing the wall. They are scrubbing the floor to make it clean. The not only the area but also the whole hospital. The health and houses, bed and beddings. She introduces the laundry for the beds. You know that every time the patient will use the beddings, it will be clean, and it was laundry. Personal cleanliness. Then she is talking to the patient for the personal hygiene, no, to eliminate the odor, the foul odor in the area, or in the patient. The variety, offering hope and advices. As I have said a while ago, she is talking to the patient. She is giving advice. She is offering hope for ministering the patient, to giving them hope and teaching the patient. The next major concept is the food. What the patient will eat, the diet of the patient, or how it will take, and what kind of food they are going to eat. Then the last is the observation or petty management. This is walking around. Every time she is walking, she is talking to the patient after patient, observing the condition of the patient and doing the management the necessary for the patient. Then this is the picture of the Crimean War and the Nightingale, the work of Nightingale in the hospital for the wounded soldiers. The meta paradigm of Florence Nightingale is number one for her is the environment. The environment is poor or difficult environment leads to poor health and disease. Environment could be altered to improve conditions so that the natural laws would allow to occur. The underlying principles of maintaining health of houses is to put the patient in a condition which is best for nature to act upon him or her. An environment that promotes health allows the patient to retain their energy and vital powers for use towards self-healing. The next meta-paradigm is person. Person, it is the people are multidimensional, composed of biological, psychological, social, and spiritual components. So, it is the whole being, the holism. It's the concern of integrating the biological, social, psychological, and spiritual with its environment. Person is the individual receiving care. It is based on holism. The next meta paradigm is health. Health is viewed as a combined result of environment, psychological, and physical factors, not just the absence of disease. In our slide, health is not only to be well, but to be able to use well every power we have. So in health is not only to be well, but to be able to use well every power we have. Disease is portrayed as this is, meaning to say the absence of comfort. Disease was seen as a reparative process of the body to correct a problem. Symptoms would alert one to the presence of a disease and allow appropriate appropriate interventions to be applied. Nursing, the meta paradigm is nursing. Nursing is different from medicine, and the goal of nursing is to place the patient in the best possible condition for nature to act, or to facilitate a healing process by placing the patient in the best possible environment for nature to influence health. Next is nursing is the activities that promote health which occur in any caregiving situation. They can be done by anyone. The duties of nursing includes providing essentials such as fresh air, warmth, light, cleanliness, quiet, and a proper diet. By helping to control environmental influences, nurses can aid in the maintenance of health of their patients. Only then is it possible to see the true ailments of disease and not just the effects, the absence of essentials. The application of Nightingale's theory in practice is patients are to be put in the best condition for nature to act on them. It is the responsibility of nurse to reduce noise, relieve patients' anxieties, and to help them sleep. As per most of the nursing theories, environmental adaptation remains the basis of holistic nursing care. The criticism where if there's a criticism, she emphasized subservience to doctors. She focused more on physical factors than on psychological needs of patients. This is my report for Florence Nightingale theory of nursing theory. Thank you.